eStarland is a site that promises not only to be a great place to have tons of retro games and consoles, but importantly, they also offer to repair a lot of consoles that are much more obscure than your average PS4 or Xbox One. If you've watched the channel in the past, you know that we have a ton of old consoles that we bought for videos that may or may not be still in working order. So today we're going to be ordering some consoles from eStarland, as well as sending some of our consoles in to see if they have any shot at being fixed. So first of all, they're advertising the best trade-in values on the planet. I think my understanding is that while they work a lot on consoles, they actually have a very large used game section too. Well, I will immediately tell you one thing. I like, for used games at least, they're pretty clear on what you're getting. I would just say, and I may regret these words, this is a very encouraging start. They'll fix a Virtual Boy. Who the hell's gonna fix a Virtual Boy? It's probably gonna be pretty expensive to have them fix my consoles, just simply because, you know, it's gonna cost a lot of money to ship the 3DO back and forth to Virginia, but that's fair. You know what, very few shops that you can just roll down to are going to be able to fix this. I could do a disk drive repair service, which starts at $40. No, that starts at $40, is $40. That seems too good to be true. Also, wow, look at all the options here. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to put together a couple of our consoles and send them in, and I will report back on what that process is like. But now why don't we take a look at some of the pre-owned consoles that we can purchase from eStarland. Wow, that's a lot of stuff, wow. Well, they got Vectrex games, wow, Vectrex games are expensive, $180? Let's just look at like a PS1, right? I feel like just a classic, simple, easy one. Oh, this is something different I didn't see earlier. So basically, I can send it in to them, pay $15 for the service fee, and they will apply that toward whatever repairs I need. Dude, this is good. So this is grade B for, it's $95. Apparently the PS1 used to be $40 in 2020, and now it's $95. Wait, do they have no PS Vitas in stock? Wait, every one I click on, it looks like it's grayed out. Okay, I guess I will look for a PSP then. Wait, hold on a second. All the PSPs also are showing grayed out. What do they have? What about like a DS? Maybe the fact that I found the PlayStation so easily was a little bit of a fluke. Let's maybe get away from the handhelds for a second and let's try, let's try GameCube. So there's a jet black one for $147, a platinum for $174. That's a little expensive. Sega CD, oh actually, I need a Sega CD. I've actually been looking for a Sega CD for a little bit. So this is the later Wii, but it's the black one for $67. Oh, and a Game Boy Pocket Clear. Oh, I like that. My initial thoughts on eStarland is that I love the fact that they will repair such a wide variety of older consoles. The biggest downside I've really seen here is kind of a simple one. It's just that a lot of stuff is out of stock. Let me put together a cart. Let me give them a few of our older consoles, maybe find a couple of games and whatnot. eStarland or the Promised Land. And so our package from eStarland has arrived. So as soon as I purchased these consoles, as well as put in the order to send in our consoles for repair, I got an email saying, that my order was confirmed and that I had an address to send my consoles to be repaired with a 1 to 2 month lead time on how long it will take for them to be repaired. So in the meantime, let's take a look at what we purchased from eStarland. By the end of the video, hopefully we will have our repaired consoles back. I'll say this box is a little squishy looking. I see our first item. I don't know what it is though. Oh! This is our Sega CD 2. It is certified refurbished grade A. Yeah, I noticed on the bottom, they have eStarland warranty void if removed sticker. You shouldn't really do that. Now I understand that they want to make sure that this was an actual console and any warranty is honored, but I don't really think you can legally defend putting a sticker on there that says warranty void. I mean, I kind of get it, but also not really. It has maybe not an original power adapter, but one that looks like it will work. And I definitely appreciate the fact that they've actually shrink wrapped the whole thing. This was more than a little expensive, right?
It's tied for the most expensive at $225.
I'm definitely hopeful. In fact, I would say this is more than clean. That looks incredibly nice. Wow. Yeah, I would 1000% say this looks grade A. Now, I guess I just need to find a game and we need to go dig up our Genesis and see if this thing actually works. Now, I will say that we're using the CD with the Genesis 1. We actually don't have a Genesis 2. It works, there's nothing wrong with this, but you can see it doesn't quite fit. We also do have a copy of Afterburner 2 that we also purchased from eStarland.
Isn't it Afterburner 3?
Afterburner 3! The Sega CD was not massively successful. This is before the PlayStation. This is around the time that like you started to see other consoles like the CDI come out, but they were like ludicrously expensive. But one of the problems with the Genesis was that instead of Sega committing to making a new generation, they kept doing goofy stuff like the CD and the 32X and all kinds of just goofiness. One of the weird things about the Sega CD, if I flip it around, is that it actually needs its own power. It's a little silly, but theoretically, this should work. Yes? Yes! Excellent! Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh wow, is it just that slow to load?
Bases all over the disk. They're protecting those bases with squadron.
I'm gonna reset. Oh, it did that time.
Nice.
Now we get to see the cinematic in all its beauty. So you can immediately see the music, the voice acting. This is kind of stuff that you would not really be able to do on a normal Genesis. Wow. Oh, we're flying. We're flying now. Oh wait, my controller doesn't work. I can only roll right. I can't roll left.
Yeah, why would you ever need to go left?
I have 2 of my buttons working right now. Oh no! I can't ding eStarland whatsoever because this is our Genesis and this is our controller, which I guess I've just learned is less than fully functional. It's a little bit weird that I had to restart it a couple times to get the game to properly load, but I mean, it's old and honestly there's enough things going on here that I don't really think that that's the Sega CD's fault. I'll give them a thumbs up. Honestly, this is clean. I'm not really seeing any issues with eStarland so far. So they're actually doing real work, unlike some other companies who take a toothbrush to it and call it a day. Next up, we have the Wii. So this is the black Wii. This is Model 2, which means that it doesn't have, I think, the GameCube like ports and stuff. It's also in grade B. Now I'm curious to see, grade A on the Sega CD was immaculate. AV cable, we've got ourselves the nunchuck, power adapter, which is first party, which is nice. Sensor bar, it's actually not the regular Wii remote. It's the one with the Motion Plus sensor. There was a version of like Wii Sports that was specifically meant for the better sensor. It also is QC passed, so it actually looks like they did at least crack open the Wii remote. So this is in good shape. Let's take a look at the Wii itself though. Wow, it is an aggressively scratched console, but you know, I will say it's clean. Like it's smooth to the touch. I'm pretty sure that the people from eStarland actually tried to like clean it up. 4 GB SD card built in as well. What did we pay though for this second model Wii?
Paid $68.
Ooh, this feels good. This feels good. So with our Wii connected, we also have purchased a copy of Super Mario Galaxy. How much did we pay for Galaxy?
We paid $18.
Pretty good deal. I remember they had a kiosk in Walmart. And I remember playing it and watching as like you could walk around and like the planet was like underneath you. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And my dad's like,
Who cares?
look at that. That beautiful disc. And we've got ourselves all the original instructions. My Club Nintendo points. Once again, disc is in incredibly clean condition. Man, I'm really jinxing this here, but like this is pretty good so far. It's pretty good. Hey, alrighty, let's do this. It is 2010. Can confirm. It's the Wii. It doesn't support GameCube games, but as far as I know, is still like a fully functioning Wii other than that. Disk drive, do your work. Oh, look how cleanly it loads that disc.
Are they ever gonna appreciate the Wii U?
We don't talk about the Wii U here. I don't think I'm gonna put the strap on. I'm gonna somehow find a way to not break my TV. Whoa, it's me, Mario. This music's putting me to sleep. Wee. Hey, no, gimme. Oh, it's cutscene time already. Uh-oh. Hey, Toad, why are you hiding behind Peach? Panic and fear. I mean, so far, so good for eStarland. I mean, good deal. Games are in good shape. Condition is as advertised. I mean, I have 0 complaints so far. Next up, we have our Game Boy. So this is our Game Boy Pocket. Now, I will say that I have owned one of these in the past, and it's that, you know, old school, clear aesthetic, which looks great, but gets super scuffed really easily. But they do say grade A, certified refurbished. Again, we do have the ugly eStarland sticker on the back, which is especially egregious on a console, especially because it's like right there. This was the second iteration of the Game Boy, so this still plays original Game Boy games, not Game Boy Color games. But the main difference was this is way smaller. Instead of needing 4 AA's, you only need 2 AA's. So the thing is, this plastic is what it looks like, right? So it's a little bit scuffy looking, but that's just because that's what it looks like. There are some minor scratches on the screen. This might, I don't know if this is gonna be grade A. Here's the thing though, I'm always a lot more like pessimistic when it comes to grades for handheld consoles, because look, let's be honest, if you buy something like a Wii, it's more important for the functionality because the aesthetics, like, it's under your TV, whatever, but like, I care much more about like a scratch on the screen that I'm staring at all the time. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. I think we also do have a game for it, right? Star Wars for Game Boy, which it comes with the manual in the game, but not the box.
We paid $100 for the Game Boy and $15 for the game.
I completely understand that this is a rare colorway, and it's in good condition, but like, even on the bottom, you actually can see that there's a little bit of like dust on the inside of the console. I don't even need to open it up to see that. $100 feels a little bit rich, but let's make sure it actually works first. I will immediately tell you, it is gonna be difficult to see this on camera because this screen is not great, but I will do my best. Let's see if this actually works. Yeah, you know what? Those scratches are not okay. It's very noticeable. Let's listen to speaker. That speaker is insanely quiet though. This is full volume. Like, that's literally right on top of the mic. Yeah. Luke Skywalker and his Uncle Owen have purchased 2 droids from the Jawas. One of them seems to have disappeared. Oh, we're just getting straight into it. Oh, okay. So a little platforming. I can shoot my blaster. Oh, they're jumping, okay. I remember Luke jumping through the cave. Okay, you know what? This is the first console where I don't think I can give eStarland a pass. My issues with it, grade A, I think is a little bit overselling the condition. Yes, it functions, but between these scratches on the screen, which are especially noticeable because with this older Game Boy, the only way to see the screen is to have light on it, which makes the scratches so much more noticeable. I don't like the fact that this sticker is not only there, but it's like not even like sort of smoothed out. So like I'm just like using it and the sticker's starting to peel. And that speaker I think is like half blown. It's not quite there. Look, I'm excited. I'm having a great time. Hopefully you are too. Hopefully you're enjoying this lovely production. I'm here to waste my money, so you don't have to. That's not worth subscribing and a ring-a-ling of the ding-a-ling. I don't know what is. So this is our PS1. So this is certified refurbished, PlayStation grade B. So far, the only grade B item we've had was the Wii, which was, I would say, pretty accurately grade B. We have an actual DualShock, not just the regular PlayStation 1 controller. It looks like the original power cable too, and we've got ourselves an AV cable. You know, one thing I will give eStar props, I have not seen a single third-party controller anywhere, which is one of the places where a lot of companies who sell refurbished consoles, they'll save a few bucks. All right, let me see though. I do not understand why. At first glance, this is grade B. Oh. Yeah, that would be grade B. That's that's grade Y for yikes. It's like someone cut like a sponge or something and put it on the feet. I mean, oh, they're very glued on, but like, ew, they're like hairy. You can see how it's yellowed on top and it's a little bit grayer on the bottom. So this has clearly been sat out in a window or something. Oh, they have done some work to this. Do you see that little red disc in there? So for context, this is a PlayStation 1 that we already have. So you can see that the feet are way smaller. It's like when someone wears really tall shoes to make themselves feel taller, when they are in fact already of slightly below average height. So you can see that this is the actual like disc spinny guy. I feel there's probably a more technical term for that. But look at this one. It's got a brand new like rubber bushing on the inside. You see the red one? My guess is that they have serviced and or repaired some of this disc mechanism, because over time the CD drives deteriorate. And maybe what I'm hearing is like a bit of the original disc drive inside. Wait. Let me go ahead and plug this in, make sure it actually functions. And let me take a little poke around to see. Let's go ahead and get our copy of Monopoly out. So this is, of course, the best game for the PlayStation 1. How much did I pay for the grade B PlayStation 1, and how much did I pay for this complete in-box copy of Monopoly?
We bought it for $95.
Okay.
But had we bought it from them just a couple of years earlier, it would have been as cheap as $40. But the Monopoly game,
Yeah.
was actually a little under $5.
$5 complete in box? Y'all are sleeping on Monopoly. What's weird though is that normally if the game is like not gonna work, you don't get that second PlayStation logo. You get like the Sony logo at the beginning, you don't get the PlayStation logo. Let me just try a little reset here and see. Oh, yes, okay.
Hey.
Let's start a new game. Who wants to play Monopoly with me? All right, I'm gonna add an AI player. Look at this, the PlayStation 1 had artificial intelligence. You really don't appreciate how slow loading times were on these original CD-based consoles until you load something like this. We get our first property. I was always the car, obviously. Yeah, oh, I had to pay money. That's fine. I think we get the idea here. The PlayStation seems to function totally fine. But let me actually see what it looks like on the inside if I can find out whatever that is. Now that's the power supply. Don't touch that. That'll give you some zappy, no good fun times. Fell into my hand. That is a problem right there. My guess is that eStarland opened up this PS1 and replaced some part of this disc assembly, and in the process, either didn't bother to fix or didn't find a bunch of these little plastic broken bits and bobs. eStarland gets a pass. A little bit of like a little tiny piece of plastic on the inside is not the end of the world. But that being said, it plays games totally fine. It is in quite good condition otherwise. Yeah, I think I'll just give them a full thumbs up. That's fine. The VCR box, Xbox One. Grade A this time around, and it does come with system controller, power cable, power supply, and HDMI cable. Original Xbox One. What's there to say? It played games. It pretended to be your DVR. I don't know, the Xbox One, I don't think Time is looking upon very fondly. This was, there's no two ways about it, an absolute failure. I will say this one still has the original sticker on it, which I guess is what's grade A. So we have ourselves the power supply, which is first party. Also, holy HDMI, Batman, damn. Why is it so girthy? This feels like a power supply cable, like a 20+4 pin. Like, look at that. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted here. And we do have an Xbox One controller. This is one of the later models that does have the headphone jack. Wait, no, this is a Series X controller. Wait, what? Yeah, Series X controller, because the Xbox One did not come with the share button, right? There's not like an enormous amount of practical differences there, but again, they could have given us a third-party knockoff controller. Instead, we got an Xbox Series X controller. This is promising. This is very promising so far. You can see it's got its fair share of scratches on this, but there's no way to get around that. All of these Xboxes immediately looked like that as soon as you touch them. Yeah, that's the original sticker on it, right? So I don't think they actually opened this. Someone needs to practice safe HDMI porting, because they wrecked that thing, man. Yikes. I will give them grade A though on this. You might be a little grumpy at the fact that it's kind of scuffed, but like the glossy black plastic, there's no way to get around that. I kind of don't want to open it just because the original warranty seal is on there, but I can tell you that it looks immaculate. I see absolutely no dust on the inside whatsoever from any of the vents.
Well, I should hope it looks immaculate with the price.
How much did we pay for the Xbox One VCR edition?
Yeah, so this was tied for our most expensive purchase from them at $225.
What? Am I missing something here?
I think that this also is the unfortunate victim of pandemic inflation because, like you said, a couple of years ago, they were selling one of these for like $140, $150.
Yeah.
So
quality-wise, grade A. No real question. This is about as clean as one of these get. But I feel like I bought an Xbox One X from GameStop for around this price not that long ago. I'm gonna cross-shop this with They Who Shall Not Be Named. Zillow sells this for $120. Even going to Good, it's $160. There's no justification for why this is that expensive. That's crazy to me. All right, let's plug it in, make sure it actually works, and wait for it to download. Hours of updates. It's already logged in? So it's logged into an account called eStarland. There was also a game on it, and it's hooked up to their support email. What the hell? Get Wi-Fi, little buddy. You can do it. I believe in you. Okay, we're online. It's frozen. I put it online and it froze. Really? Oh, there we go. Now it needs an update. So I have The Walking Dead Season 1. I think I meant to buy the non-Xbox 360 version, but well, whatever. It's definitely not gonna work out of the box, because I know that all Xbox 360 games need to download, essentially re-download the whole game. How much did I pay for The Walking Dead, which seems complete in box?
$676.
Okay, disk drive eats the disc very quickly, which is nice. Let me go ahead and get this guy online, up to date, and we'll make sure that everything is functional. At first glance though, besides the fact that it's weird that it was already logged into their account, I actually think we might be okay here. So I have updated the Xbox, downloaded the patch, and it seems to be launching my Xbox 360 version of The Walking Dead. There you go. Xbox 360 on Xbox One. They already have 3,000 gamer score, so I'm gonna give them a hand. There was a time in the mid-2010s where Telltale were crushing it. They had a ton of licenses for games such as The Walking Dead. I remember they also had Game of Thrones. These were fun, very basic looking story-based games. And the good thing is, because it's like that sort of cel-shaded sort of look, it looks the same on basically every platform. Story games, good. Gameplay, bad. Honestly, I kind of feel like the Walking Dead games kind of better than the show. Ah! Bad things are happening! What do we have to say about the Xbox One? Well, clearly it worked completely fine. No problems with it at all. Only one negative thing I can say about it. I don't understand how they can possibly charge $225 for this console. So what do we have to say about eStarland?
Whoa. How about we wait until we get the actual repairs first before we make any kind of definitive statements?
Right, I still have consoles they owe me. Good point. All right, I'll be back in 1 to 2 months when my consoles finally arrive. So I finally got an email from eStarland saying, hey, your package is on the way. But this is my package, and I don't know, last time I checked, I think my console was a little bit bigger when I shipped it to them. So just a little run through of the timeline. I did my initial order of eStarland consoles, the repair the whole thing on June 28th. Now, it took them a full month, July 29th, for them to receive my consoles and begin processing. And then I got a thing saying, your order to eStarland has been complete, multi-platform CD repair, which is this. But then I also have a ticket basically saying, hey, sorry, we're experiencing above average traffic through the servicing center. So I thought that when I got a package saying my CD had been repaired, my system had been repaired, that this would be it. But I don't know what this is. Today is August 6th. So we're well over a month since I shipped them the packages. Inside, I'm stupid. I forgot. We also shipped them our copy of Madden 2004. That was the CD repair. I forgot that we put this in the box. So it takes a month for the repair. I totally forgot we put a game in the box. So you can see, we got our original Goodwill sticker on there, and then we've got our eStarland repair. Oh, actually, that is the cleanest disc I've ever seen in my life. Well, that's pretty impressive. It's got a little bit of wear in the middle, but they actually did polish that to a very incredible degree. Once my consoles get here, I'll give this a try. If I can... I was so confused. And so our eStarland story comes to a close. So it is September 10th, and we have received our fixed consoles. Now, there shouldn't be much of a surprise because they've actually been very good about communication. So I have a number of emails with the service technician about what was going on, and the bottom line is they were able to fix one of our 2 consoles. So first of all, we have our very cool Japanese PS2. Now, this is the console that we sent in with a faulty disk drive, not knowing what was really wrong. In fact, it was actually the power supply that was bad. So the technician hit me up and said, hey, we tested it, the power supply needs to be replaced, but they replaced the power supply for the same price as the disk drive. So $34, and we now have theoretically a fully working PS2. Now, the 3DO was a little bit more of a confusing one because they attempted to fix the disk drive, but sadly were unsuccessful. Unfortunately, we are not able to repair the 3DO unit. We have inspected the unit and found the system had been opened before. The laser pickup had also been damaged. One of the cables was torn, which is the cause of the unit. And while they tried, they just could not come across another laser pickup specifically for the cable. So they put it back together and they shipped it back. Yes, we did pay $40 and they were unsuccessful. On the flip side, they definitely put in some hours to try to fix it.
For reference, I paid $100 for a place to not fix my Switch because it was unfixable. So that's...
Charged you $100 for that?
Yeah.
Wow. There we go. That's a PS2 that works. I probably should have got the controller. That sure looks like a game that works to me. So how do we sum up eStarland? Well, when it comes to fixing consoles, I would say a pretty positive experience. It's a little bit slow, but they were able to fix the PS2 no problem. They did give it a fair try to fix the 3DO. I can't really fault them for that. And as far as buying consoles and whatnot, it was all fairly decent. Like, I've got to say, eStarland, it gets a thumbs up from me. Like, I'm pretty impressed. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring-a-ling that ding-a-ling button and take a look at some of our less successful operations when it comes to other people who sell us worse things. I feel like there's like 17 videos like an end card right now, and I'm not sure which one, but you can check out this one here, because that one was really bad.